Like when I've been in the Everglades, that really close to her, she just gets traumatized.
Oh. So we went 1.5 miles, so it's really probably another 3/4 of a mile to get to the dam.
Okay. How are we gonna get there?
Huh?
Go around the other way?
Yeah, there's no other way. We can't go there.
Oh.
This is a turnaround time. We'll take some of the more picturesque views. Yeah, this log sitting out in the water in front of you.
Yeah.
Always go to the right of it.
All right.
You know, if you had to sit on top with 2 or 3 other people with you, you could probably make it and have somebody pull you through.
Oh.
But if you get stuck there,
Hard.
that's kind of nasty place to get stuck.
Yeah. I love the peacefulness. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
okay. I thought I might have hit a log. That's all right. We're going to hurt each other.
Are we going back by that alligator?
No. That's the long way around the island. We're going to go the short way.
I was going to get on the other side of you.
Unless you really want to.
No, he probably moved anyway, right?
He'll stay there. I'd just rather go the short way just so we...
Now he's probably in the water with us.
A lot of times there's people up there watching you as you go by.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there were people up there last time I was here. So I yelled at them that I ran into alligators.
Yeah, that guy was stuck in the water over there somewhere.
Oh.
God, that was at least 10 years ago.
Was he freaked out or was he calm?
He was calm. Because the more he moved around, the deeper he got in the mud.
Yeah.
But we had like 3 or 4 kayaks all around him trying to pull him out.
Wow, he was lucky there were people around.
Yeah. Never figured out how he got out, how he fell out. Although, I remember, I don't know, maybe about a year ago coming down here, and a family sit on tops. I'm coming this way, and they were going back out that way.
Yeah.
And it was a father and the son was in a sit on top, and I guess the mother and the daughter in the other one. Nobody had life jackets on. And they passed me. They're probably 30 feet behind me, and all of a sudden pop one splash.
Oh.
And I go, I ain't gonna turn around, buddy.
Oh.
You're on your own. Yeah, my philosophy is that if you don't wear a life jacket and you fall in, I'm not gonna help you.
That's on you.
I don't want you pulling me under,
Yeah.
because you're an idiot.
Well, that happens, doesn't it?
Does happen a lot.
Panic, and then the person that saves them is the one that drowns. What are these trees with all the hanging things?
What or what?
The hanging things. Right in front of you. Look up. That, yeah.
Oak tree?
That's oak?
Yeah.
Why do they have all that hanging stuff?
Oh, that's Spanish moss.
Oh. It's not part of the tree?
No, it's Spanish moss. It absorbs moisture from the air,
Oh.
and I think they saw it's a symbiotic relationship with the tree.
Ah.
But if you take it up north where it's not as humid, it'll die. It needs high humidity.
Look at these trees with the leaves coming down on the left. Those tall ones, those are interesting.
Mhm.
They look like cones.
And the Spanish moss has a lot of prickly things in it and a lot of bugs, so don't go try pulling it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the island in front of us. We came from the left. We're going to go back on the right.
Alright.
And it may be a little tight, and little sharp turns. But it'll be very short distance. Yeah, you can feel it if you go by.
Big chunks of it.
It's very soft. Yeah, this is usually only about 10 foot wide.
Huh.
About a third is wide.
So by spring it'll be narrow again, right?
Oh, another month the water level goes down.
Okay.
They're still emptying the water from the hurricane that hit.
Turtles. Hey, turtle.
I'll tell you a little story. There's a group of wise-ass females I know that they know better than everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
And they were coming out of here and they turned left.
Okay.
That'll take you back to the dam.
Okay.
Oh, that was a biggie.
Yeah.
So if you keep turning to the left,
What they do? They just turned around, or they get?
no, they didn't know to go this way, so they turned left, ended up going back to the dam and go, wait a minute, we goofed. Because you didn't listen to us, and listening to us is on the way back you keep to the right.
Right. What's
That
that?
big fish. There's a lot of tarpon in here. That one that jumped in front of me was a tarpon.
Ah.
They're real silvery. You can find 6 and 8 foot tarpon in here.
Are they good eating?
Not really. They're a bony fish.
Oh.
Yeah, now we're doing it at 2.5 miles an hour.
Have you gone kayaking in the bioluminescent?
Yeah.
Is that nice?
You can only do it in the summer.
Oh.
And the best place you can come up next to me now. We're getting into the wide stuff. Best place is you go out of Kelly Park and go under 528. And that area is beautiful. You paddle along and you can see the fish swimming through the water underneath you. But you got to get your timing right when the bioluminescence is good and the weather is great and visibility is hard. You know, maybe 2 or 3 times out of the whole year. You know, like people that run bioluminescence tours this time of the year, but you're not gonna see anything. Water's got to be warm.
And it's got to be no moon, and you got to go at night, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's no moon or full moon.
No moon, so that it's dark.
No moon, okay. Yeah, you got to go at night. Usually about 9 o'clock they'll start coming out.
Yeah, I would do that in Puerto Rico. It's kind of cool. They take you out to this big bay, and it's pitch black except for all the bioluminescent
Yeah.
water. It's kind of cool.
Oh. How's your butt doing?
Good.
Not sore yet?
No.
Okay.
Got a nice pad under it. What?
Oh my watch is giving me really weird readings.
Like what?
Like we've only been out 33 minutes and we only gone 1.5 miles.
Oh, you don't think that's right?
No. All of a sudden my speed is 0.
Oh. Dang.
Something in the water there.
Yeah.
Turtle.
What was it?
Turtle.
Okay.
They keep jumping out. Here's the other takeout spot here.
Okay, right. You went by that same place, right?
Yep.
What are we hearing?
Hmm?
Is that traffic or a plane? Or...
That's the bridge we got to go under to exit the sanctuary. And end of the sanctuary.
Back to life. Back to the real world. Oh, I'm glad I have another alligator story.
You want one?
No, I'm glad I have another one. I
When
don't
and
need
where?
Another one.
Huh?
I don't need more than one.
Okay. There's a paddle down the little Econ River.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to do that.
Oh, really?
It's probably about 4 hours,
Yeah.
and they stop halfway for a break. And it's usually not more than 30 feet wide.
Yeah.
And it's loaded with trees and logs. You go 100 feet this way, you turn around. You don't go more than 100 feet before you do a 90-degree turn.
Oh.
And the current is rip-roaring,
Oh.
so you got to be awake. And I mean, you go scooting by dozens of really big alligators.
Oh.
And there's one of them called Stumpy, who's about a 12 or 14 footer.
Yeah.
And he's missing his front left leg and half his tail.
Oh, jeez.
And you go by him closer than that thing there.
Oh.
Then one time I went by him. I did that a couple times. One time I went by him. He went in the water, and I'm looking at him go under my kayak.
Oh, no.
And I go, please don't hit my kayak.
Yeah, don't mess with me.
And there were some guys about 5 minutes behind us, and he had come up for a breath of air just as they were going by. Yeah, timer, distance, stop, speed, and heart rate are still going. Wait, I'm gonna restart it.
Do you lose everything if you restart it?
Say again?
Do you lose all your
I don't know. In fact, it doesn't want to restart. I think it's fucked up. This is the second time it screwed up on me. And if so, I'm sending it back and getting a new one.
Yeah. Is it new?
It's a new used one. It's okay, sorry. I had one I bought about 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and it got to the point where in the sunlight the screen was totally dark.
Oh.
And the guy said, yeah, we got a problem. For so much bucks, we'll send you a rebuilt one.
Yeah.
And the rebuilt one lasted probably a year at the most.
Oh.
There's a nice deer over there.
A nice what?
Deer,
Deer.
over on the right.
Where is it?
You'll see it.
Oh. Is that pretend?
Hmm?
It's pretend.
Hmm. I gotta power this thing up again. There we go. No, timer started again. You wanna go pet him?
Everybody's shooting deer in Minnesota now.
Yeah, I can believe that. See, if you had that house, you probably come out here on the water once or twice and you never get out again because you're right there.
Well, I wouldn't be like that. When I lived up, I walked down a hill in the woods to the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a sitting place and a fire pit and picnic table and my kayak, my paddleboard. I was down there every single day, and I lived there for 12 years.
Wow.
I was the only one that would be there. Every now and then one other neighbor, but no, I used that.
We're going to go to the right up here. It's going to be very narrow. I'll go first.
see that?
I saw something jump.
It just flew all the way across.
Was it silver?
Yeah,
No, it was a, oh, I forgot what you call it.
it flew all the way across. That was cool.
This dock right here,
Yeah.
we used to get a skeleton and hang a skeleton down from it.
You used to get what?
A skeleton.
That's freaky.
Yeah, somebody new bought it new and they took our skeleton down now.
Oh. Looks like they built a new dock. They're building a new dock.
Yeah.
Look at that angry fish on their boat. That's a skeleton there.
Get down here for a bit. This is where the poor people live.
Yeah, I remember these poor people.
Say the houses aren't worth much, but the property's worth a fortune.
Property should withstand a hurricane, right?
Hmm?
The property will withstand a hurricane, just not the
Yeah.
building.
We haven't had many hurricanes on the east coast of Florida. They happen. Most of them go up the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah,
And if we get hit, they're coming from the Gulf.
yeah.
I think we've only had maybe, in the years I've been here, maybe 2 that have come up the Atlantic side. I think 1 came up the center of the state.
Oh,
And when it comes up the center of the state, you can't hop in your car and go someplace because you got a hurricane right behind you.
yeah.
You know, at least if it's coming over from Fort Myers or something, you can head over to Tampa or Cedar
Yeah.
Key, someplace north of it.
Yeah.
Or the way the Floridians do it is they load up on rum.
Hurricane party.
Hurricane party.
Mm-hmm.
This guy here, he put that black stuff down months ago.
Oh, geez. Do something now, dude.
Well, I mean, you get a steep slope like that, how do you mow the grass?
Well, what's he gonna plant there? Bushes?
I don't know. Stones, maybe?
Oh,
I mean, you could probably put stones on there and
yeah, I wouldn't want to put grass.
grass is just, I mean, would you want to take a lawnmower going down there to mow those?
No,
And to do it by hand, forget it.
looks like a duplex.
And then even, you know, walking down those stairs to get to the boat, that'd be a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their windows open.
Uh-huh. Yeah, beautiful day like today.
Wonder if this is going to be another house here on the left. Clear it out.
Where these trees are?
Where all the trees are, yeah, that's an invasive species. I mean, it almost looks like two lots over there. That's interesting. Yeah, I think the only way they mow these is with a weed whacker.
Oh.
And that takes forever.
Yeah. A hammock, that's cool.
And you always wonder, how does a tree stand up so tall in the middle of a 100-mile-an-hour wind?
Yeah, right?
Just like Miami.
Yeah.
And here's where we hang a loop.
Turn around?
Yep. Unless you can find a way to go through the end there.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Let's.
See, the nice thing about you have is, look at how you have your legs.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
Oh, because you tip?
It's just the cockpit's too tight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of times I have my legs up on top when I kayak. Lean back, chill.
sipping a beer,
No,
sipping a white wine.
I've never had a drink while I'm kayak or paddleboard. I've only had a drink when I've been on a boat. here, that's pretty.
Yeah. Usually they're over the other dock over there.
I always wanted to do rowing, so last year I took a rowing class,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really like it, because
That what?
I didn't really like it. It's a bunch of dikes, and they just scream at you all the time. And I'm like, oh, that's not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, no, but now I know, now I have the experience of it. And I know it's not something I want to do.
Yeah, I've done a lot of the things I wanted to do that I'm glad I didn't then because I couldn't do it now.
Yeah. Well, like pickleball, that was really fun, but I'd much rather do things like this than pickleball.
Mm-hmm. Probably the most fun is when I was a rescue pilot in Civil Air Patrol.
Yeah,
We could rent the airplane dirt cheap.
yeah.
So to rent the plane, it was like $25 an hour. We get 4 pilots together and we rent and fly down to Key West for a day.
Oh, see, I would love to do that. I've taken the ferry from Marco Island.
Of course, one time I was flying and coming back, and we're taking off from Key West, and it's at night, and I was the only guy IFR certified to fly at night. So I'm flying the plane back, and one of the rules is nobody on the plane drinks when you get down there.
Yeah.
So I'm flying, and I got a pilot next to me, and we taking off from the airport. We're waiting for the tower to tell us to switch over to center, and didn't hear anything. I go, what's going on? So I switched to my backup radio, and oh, we've been trying to get you. And I said, oh, my top radio's out.
Oh.
Now, you have 2 radios on board. Your high resolution landing equipment's on the top one. The bottom has medium resolution.
Yeah.
But the weather was predicted to be severe clear.
Oh.
And so we're over Okeechobee at about 10,000 feet. And Miami Center switches me over to Patrick. And Patrick goes, Patrick's reporting 200 feet in fog. We're going to line you up for an ILS. And I go, ILS is on my top radio. I don't have an ILS.
Oh.
And the panic level. And really, we're over Okeechobee, and all of a sudden, we were at 10,000 feet. We're in clouds, and it was really buffing around like crazy. And usually nights are clear. And I couldn't see the wingtips of the plane. It was so foggy. And Patrick says, you know, they're reporting visibility 200 feet in fog, which means you get below 200 feet, you can see the runway, 90 to 500. So right then the adrenaline level started going up. And then we said, okay, we'll try what's called the VOR approach to Melbourne. And so, you know, they're helping me out a little bit. And all of a sudden, Patrick goes, you know, we're looking at you, and you're about a mile south of the approach course. So it's like a V like this going to the airport.
Yeah.
And where I was, the approach course was 5 miles wide. And I go, you know, why are you telling me you're only a mile away? And I asked him, what are the winds? And he goes, winds in Melbourne are out of the north 20, gusting in the 30, which is a crosswind landing over the landing capability of the airplane. So, to make a long story short, we made it into Melbourne. I have no idea to this day how. Because I doubt if we would have had enough gas to go over to Orlando.
Wow.
So flying is also a lot of fun, punctuated by terror things.
My friend is a seaplane. I love flying in it, but I haven't had any terror things happen in it.
Remember one time coming back from Key West, we were over Lake Okeechobee, again around 10,000 feet. And Miami turned me over to Patrick. They give me a heading and said, report Patrick in sight. Well, at the end of the the O'Galley Causeway, there's a yacht basin called the Anchorage Yacht Basin.
Yeah.
And they had a brilliant purple fluorescent sign. I can see the sign. 100 miles out.
Wow. Huh. When did you get your pilot's license?
Oh, back in the 90s.
And do you fly much?
I did then, yeah. I said just most of 90% of it was for Civil Air Patrol.
Okay.
Of that, probably half of it was rescue missions.
Okay.
And then half of it was we could rent the plane cheap. So, hey, let's go over to Cedar Key for a hamburger, or down to Fort Pierce for a hamburger.
Yeah, just because you can.
Because we can do it.
Yeah.
Now, I got out of it, and then I was out of it for about 5 or 6 years. Somebody said they need more pilots, so I went back, started going back into it. Back when I was flying, it was $25 a wet, and that included gas. Now it's $125 an hour, and you got to buy the gas.
Oh.
Yeah, And at that time, I was doing a lot of diving. I said, diving's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
You're going to hang it right up here.
Okay.
So I did probably 20 years of diving. Had a lot of fun.
I got my certification and then I never had a dive.
Well,
So I'm like, well, that was fun. I know I can do it, but I guess I'm done with that.
I don't know, 5 years ago I got bent and did 5 decompression chamber rides, and about a half year later I was back into diving. But no matter what you do, you drive a car on I-95, it's dangerous.
It's what?
Drive a car on I-95, it's dangerous.
Yeah. No.
Probably can't make it back to the dam.
What's that?
You're probably not going to be able to make it back to the dam.
I've never been in here before. I'm just wandering around.
Okay, well, if you get out when you go under the bridge,
Yep.
always keep to the left.
Okay.
You're going to go about a mile, then you're going to come to a section where it's really, you're not going to get through it.
Yep.
And on the way back, keep to the right.
All right.
Have a great paddle.
Thank you very much.
And most people like him, they've done this 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And this is the main canal back.
If you're here with the GPS, I mean, then you have no worries.
Say again?
If you're here with your GPS, it will find you the openings.
Well, the problem is the GPS is on my wrist, and I don't have a map on it. I mean, I can put,
Oh.
I got one on my iPhone I can put there.
Yeah, I was thinking our iPhones would have it.
Yeah, I can put, yeah, the iPhone has it, but I switched over to the Garmin because it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Better resolution. It was a little better resolution.
Was. Until today.
Well, as I said, a year ago it died on me. I couldn't read the face. And they sent me to rebuild one, so I'm going to give them a call tonight and say, look,
Yeah.
either give me a break on a new one or I'm going to go to Apple.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm a pilot and I've been buying your products for a long time. And you don't want an unhappy customer.
Well, I hope they do something for you. I just got an Apple Watch. I really haven't spent time trying to figure it out.
I use it all the time when I'm bike riding and kayaking.
Okay.
And then records it.
Yeah.
And there's an online group called Strava.
Okay.
So you upload your stuff to Strava, and then everybody else can look at what you do, and you can look at what they do. Like there's one girl who lives in Satellite Beach, Vicky Carter. Never met her, but she goes out on a mountain bike and does 40 miles every Saturday.
Oh.
And I do 13.
Mountain bike around here.
I do 13 miles, and that's enough.
But you mountain bike. You're not biking in the mountains.
There's a lot of mountain bike. Well, I mean, they do off-road trails.
Oh.
A lot of mountain biking people around here.
Oh.
And there's some
Seems like an
road bikers, but
oxymoron.
road bikes are dangerous. There's people called OFARTs, OFRDWD, OFART retirees driving while dead, and they see you with a bright color on your road bike and they aim for you.
Yes. There's been studies shown, because I was at the Cocoa Beach Friday Night Fest and I got one, and a friend was saying, don't wear it. There's proven statistics that when you wear that, you become the target.
Yep.
I'm like, whoa.
And my ride is mostly sidewalks and the street, middle street through subdivision. I got 3 main streets I cross, but where I cross them it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Remember we came out here?
Yeah. Well, look at the bottom of those
Yeah.
pontoons.
The boaters are happiest day when they buy them, and the next happiest day when they sell
I
them.
don't believe that. I love boating. Happiest day when I got it, saddest day when I sold
I mean, I
it.
like mine, but I take care of them. Like in the wintertime, I take everything off of it and polish it up and replace the ropes if needed. I mean, that guy, he just lifts it out. He just probably had it in the water for a year,
Yeah,
and you can't leave him in the water.
yeah.
Like this one's nice and clean. Like Dan bought the owner of Paddling Paradise, he just bought a pontoon boat.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be into, you know, a gallon per mile for gasoline.
Oh, why'd he do that? Just for a new toy, huh?
Yeah, well, he's into sailing. I don't know why I'm going to the left. Let me take the rudder up. Hey, did you get a new boat? Looks new.
Dock building.
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not mine, but my partner.
Yeah, it looks brand new. Those are the guys that put docks in.
That what?
They put docks in. These posts. You know, they can sit 20 feet out and pound the post in for a dock or for a lift.
This is a big house.
Yeah.
Don't you boat as much in the winter as you do in the summer here?
I don't go out below 70.
Oh.
So if it's in the 60s, it's got to be the sunny day.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, it's a lot, you know, a lot rougher, a lot windier.
Yeah.
So
Minnesota, I would always kayak in the spring and the fall and paddleboard in the summer.
what's the water temperature in the winter, in the summer?
Maybe 80.
Bro, okay, that's nice and warm.
Yeah, it's very, very warm.
In the wintertime, it's all ice.
Yep. You drive on it with your vehicle in the winter.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I tried ice skating, and my ankles kept on falling in. Never got skating.
Good way to strengthen your ankles.
Say again?
It's a good way to strengthen.
Yeah, I just could never get into it.
I skated a lot. But all those winter sports I'm done with. People are like, oh, wouldn't you like to cross country ski again and snowshoe again? I'm like,
No.
Maybe I would snowmobile.
I mean, I didn't have a snowmobile in Rochester, and when the weather was miserable upstairs, outside, I'd go down to my basement and build furniture. I used to do a lot of woodworking.
Okay. But then you bought a lot of wood from Philippines.
Well, the lumber mills were up there, so I could get fresh cut wood. And when I came down here, I got together with a Filipino, and we opened, you know, started importing it. That was interesting. A lot of, you know, Philippines is a beautiful country. I never want to live there. I can't drink the water. I can't eat their food.
Well, that makes it hard.
So I'm kind of in a state of life that, hey, I like what I'm doing.
You found your sweet spot.
Found my deep spot. I got my bartenders.
Yeah.
People I bike with, people I kayak with.
Where are your bars?
One in Rockledge and Mexican restaurant in Melbourne, across from Home Depot. And maybe if you want to, we can stop on the way back, Pineda, and get a drink and something to eat and take it out to the tiki bar and eat over the water.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's a beautiful place. So how many miles you got flying?
With my friend, oh, look at that alligator.
Yeah.
Oh, man. With my friend? Flying with my friend?
Now, how many air miles on your frequent flyer?
Oh, I had a couple hundred, but I've been using them all since they were Delta, and Delta really doesn't fly much here.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I could do a Delta flight, I just started using them. So I only have about 50,000 now.
You fly Delta all the time?
Well, they're Minneapolis, so I used to, but now I do United more from here.
Just reading today where Spirits went bankrupt.
Well, I won't fly Spirit.
I don't know, for about 3 or 4 years I used to work in DC, fly up Monday, back Friday.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, San Diego.
yeah.
People say, hey, you got so many miles, what are you going to do on your vacation? Where are you flying to? Instead of sitting home in a rocking chair with a bottle of rum.
Right.
That time I gave all my mileage to my parents, or I used it to bump up to first class.
Yeah.
And even to this day, I just have zero interest in getting on a jet.
Well, I love road trips, but I also love moving around. I don't stay in one place very long. But now I'm doing it different. I just lived out of my car for a year. I mean, I got Airbnbs, but everything was in my car. And now I'm going to empty my storage here and bring it all up to Minnesota so everything is in one place. And then I'll just drive down here next winter, and whatever fits in my car is what I take.
So how long does that take driving? 2 days?
I do it in 3 days because it's like 3 8-hour days. I drive to St. Louis and hang out with my friend, and then Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then Cape Canaveral. I don't mind the drive.
Oh. Yeah, my ass and legs are getting sore.
Are we heading back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful paddle.
Yeah, shame we couldn't get to the dam.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way to get through that.
we tried.
You know, I was going about this speed, and all of a sudden my boat stopped.
Yeah.
I hit something like,
I mean, you have to make a decision, or you're going to get halfway in and halfway out, and then you're really stuck.
Yeah, if you're stuck in there and it comes to a point where you got to climb out on a limb, that's going to be very dangerous.
Yeah. Not what you want to do. That's kind of cool. Those things are growing on that tree. Oh, look at all the cut these trees.
Oh yeah, looks like elephant ears.
Yeah, pretty. They have a nice boat.
Yep. There's a watchdog.
That pontoon looks like it's tippy. Like the
Say again?
left is like it's sitting tip.
Here's a back there a ways, there's a house that there's always been a dog. It's the first time a dog never came out and barked at us.
Oh,
Little yap yap dog.
oh.
That's probably a bat house up there on the left. They don't like lights and they like to be near water.
That boat looks old. Well, they're really in the thick of things.
Yeah, it needs a
I wonder
little.
if nobody comes down there anymore.
Sometimes people just walk out of them, you know, if they got flooded out and they don't have insurance, they gotta say goodbye.
And then what? The bank gets it back?
Bank, or if it's paid off, they'll go for taxes.
Yeah, you never buy a house thinking that's gonna happen, right? To you.
I mean, I look at my house and I own it free and clear, but you know, every time once in a while, what was it 2 years ago, my insurance company said your hot water heater is 2 years old, replace it or we drop you.
Oh.
It's a gas hot water heater, and they say, well, go to the gas company and they'll give you a break. They wanted $2,500 to buy and install an $800 gas heater.
Oh, right.
So I said, fuck you. And I went out and bought an electric, had a guy run an electric line and put it in for